Alright, here's some of our supplies. Different types of cutters. Hot glue, tacky glue, scissors, little square. This is a cardboard cylinder. These are chip cans. I just painted them white with primer. If you use them, you'll want to sand the insides of the cans. If you want to paint them, you're going to have to sand the outside of them too. So just get rid of that gloss that's on the outside. Some aluminum balls here for texturing, a wire brush for texturing, little diamond cutter for dragging and texturing also. Here's some of the pink foam. I have slices and some bricks already pre-cut to use to build anything that I need. So these are just the basic supplies for the project. I have a roller below. Alright, on our project here we're going to take I'm using a hardboard, but you can use like a chipboard, cardboard, product boxes, anything that you have around, and you can cut it to the size or tape it together to the size that you need, and draw your pattern directly out on it. We're doing a top-down view. I know I want a couple of castles or rooks within my project. These are very tall, so we'll probably end up cutting those down to a more reasonable size. Something like that. A couple inserts to set the height on the inside. So it's nice to have on this one I have a factory edge on this side and the factory edge on the bottom. So I'll use my little square tool here and draw some lines. I will stick with a 1-inch movement radius for the characters. Okay, here's my design. As you can see, I'm going to have a rook, castle here, here, and here. This one will hang off the edge just a little bit. As you can see, I drew 1-inch squares. There'll be something over here with the 1-inch squares, maybe a drop down into a doorway over here. All of these rooks will be walk-on. None of them will have doors in them. There'll be a wall that comes up and meets the walls along the castle part. There'll be a wall here, a wall on the outside. These will probably stick out over the edge, and there'll probably be like a castle wall underneath. Here's where I'm going to have the entrance, and I'm going to tie it in with the 3x3 tiles. You know, we really don't know the heights of the towers just yet, because as we build our board going up, the height's going to change for this one to this one to this one. I cut everything the same thickness as my brick, which was a 1/4 inch. So each step up is going to be a 1/4 inch up. I figure there's going to be 9 steps. The 9th step being the top of a platform over here that you step on top of, that's higher. On that platform it'll actually go down into this one. I went out and got some clear plastic. This is like a envelope protector. I think they make page protectors and stuff out of the same kind of stuff. You can get tracing paper. And now what I'm doing with this is I'm going to draw each one of these designs onto these clear pieces of plastic and make a little template for cutting. See, here's my plastic for each piece. I kind of just guesstimated the edge to overhang as each piece kind of goes up. On each one of these pieces, here's the starting edge. You have to make them just a little bit bigger so the corresponding one has the place to sit on top. So they're overlapping. I would go 1/4 inch or more. I went 1/4 inch at least with each one of mine, all the way up. As you can see here, we cut each one of our pink foam pieces to fit the top view template. And I went on ahead and did the brickwork. This is going to come down into a 2-brick entrance with a tab that'll slide into our normal track. Then what I did is on top of each piece, you take your aluminum balls and you texture your piece. We're going to end up cutting these just a little bit to fit a little bit better. It goes along. There is a shiny side to this, and the side that's cut, basically the inside of the piece of foam. The outside piece of foam, when you buy it, like the part that lays within the mold or within the tables when they extrude it, doesn't glue quite as well. So I always like to sand those. If you have to use them, I prefer to use the insides. All the insides facing up on my project, that way they all kind of match and they don't have this like shiny surface when you paint them. They look a little different. You can really see it in some of the bricks. So now what I'm going to do is just start building. I'm going to start with the first piece here. I'm going to lay it on the thing, and I'm just actually going to glue that down. Remember, air cuts faster than any material. Blade within the material. Notice my hand's just about there, no further. Just slowly rocking the blade in. Downward pressure. Probably other ways to do this. I prefer not to get cut, so I'll take my time. As you see here, I have a whole bunch of these little thin strips. Sometimes one side's shiny. I will put that down, but I'm going to turn these into like little wood beams and use it as a floor on the underside. So that's what I'm going to do next, is just take these and measure them out underneath. Alright, as you can see here, we got our inside done. Alright, these are the tiles that are going to come out. You can see our stairs coming down. Here's my brick wall. It's not attached yet or anything. We'll put this wall in there Make sure we get a nice little path coming down. It'll either be the squares or some kind of like rock that walks down to a little path down here. Alright, we're going to do bricks now. I'm going to start on this side. Right there, on this corner. I have a wall going this way. My line drawn.